Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope we are well. Today I am going to be doing my full hair routine with styling and talking about my hair colour, having extensions, what that entails and how I look after my hair. I feel like doing my hair is like as a process. It takes time, but I also use it to get other stuff done. First things first, we need to Olaplex, right? I was very lucky enough to get my hands on an Olaplex number 2. I've had this ages, don't even know if it's in date, probably not, but it's still here, probably still doing something. But this is the Olaplex number 2, which I use as a pre-shampoo treatment. Apply it after shampooing or use on every client during every salon service to strengthen hair. So I use it as a mask, as a treatment, and with this, you can leave on for as long as you like. So what I like to do is I like to put this on, wet the hair, put it all over, like really saturate it, tie it up nicely, and then I like to go blast some housework. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I have done my housework. This has been on a good hour, a bit maybe. I rinse it out and then I am going to shampoo my hair using this. Now, I've not used this before, so I'm excited. My hairdresser Sophie gave this to me. It is a Davines Alchemic shampoo for natural and coloured hair, and basically it is for copper hair. This will colour deposit, I suppose, onto my hair to keep it nice and vibrant. She gave it to me at my last appointment. Obviously my hair does fade but my extensions don't, so this will just deposit some copper back into the hair, so it should be more vibrant, match up better. Yeah, so rinse this, shampoo with this, no conditioner, as I shall explain in a moment. I am rinsed, I am shampooed. The shampoo came out in almost like amber, like it was a red, cool consistency, but then it frothed up orange. I don't know how effective it's gonna be because my hair was very saturated with water, and it said on the instructions to put it on damp hair, but we'll see. Anyway, I will also add that when I shampoo my hair, even though I've got extensions in, I do use one of these little rubbery silicone things because I have a dry scalp, and I love to give it a good scrub. I can't really do it around the rest of my scalp because I've got the extensions in, but around the top here, which is, to be fair, is where it gets the most flaky and dry, I give it a good. It just really gets in there and scrubs it. I always find that my hair looks less flaky and dry after a good blow dry. Because when we go to the salon, they get right in there with their fingers, and I'll just use this. It's a great alternative. But I don't use conditioner because K18, baby. So to put it like simple terms, so Olaplex is a bond repairing. It has a bond repairing patent. Basically it repairs the broken bonds in your hair. I don't know the exact science, but all I know is that it repairs the bonds together. So if you've got bleached hair, if you've got damaged hair, or if you're bleaching hair, they tend to put Olaplex in with bleach to make it less damaging when the hair's being processed. K18 is a biomimetic hair science. Don't know what the hell that means, but basically this does what Olaplex doesn't, to put it plainly. My hairdresser from London, Tom, is like a hair science wizard, and he basically said, to summarise, if your hair is damaged or you need to repair your hair, if you use Olaplex alongside with K18, you've got a really golden situation going on. You've got a really good solution. So what I do is I don't brush it through yet. What I do is I put a few pumps in, and then I just run it all through out my hair like this. They say you don't need a lot, but I've got there's a lot of hair going on here. So I do like to really rub it through with my fingertips. Really try and get it through. I'll focus on the areas that I'm a bit worried about. So the top layers, because they get the most heat damage. Because they're like, you know, they're shorter, they're more prone to breakage. And obviously if I'm curling my hair, front and the top, I find gets the most heat. I leave it to do its thing for about 4 minutes. So I'm gonna just sit here and, what should I do for 4 minutes? I don't know. Dog? Is there a dog? Dog! Doggy? Dog? Here's the dog. How's life? What have you been doing today? Did you have a nice walk earlier? Did you have a nice breakfast? Did you have a nice dentist stick? Sunbathing, I saw you sunbathing earlier. Was that nice? Sun dog? I'm doing my hair. I'm having a pamper. You like having a bath, don't you? You like it being washed because it means you get touched. You're like, oh, mummy's giving me attention. Yes. That was longer than 4 minutes. I may have done a bit of scrolling on TikTok. Give it a good old brush. Then I go with a big boy comb, like this. Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother. Just a little bit through the ends. This is a leave-in reparative styling cream that reduces frizz, nourishes and protects. Put that in. Lovely jubbly. Now let's dry the hair. Now the hairdryer that I use is the Tea-Free Curalux Bad Boy. This is a pretty powerful hairdryer. And then I just blast most of the moisture out to begin with, and then I'll be moving on to the Dyson airwrap. Dried my hair, put my makeup on, and I put some clothes on, so that's good. So truth time. Okay, Dyson airwrap. I have had this for a few years. I had one and I actually got sent one as well, but the one that I bought, there was an issue with this. So I've got basically one that got sent to me through PR, and then I've still got the attachments from my old one. But this is quite the older version of the Dyson airwrap. I know that there's like newer ones now in different colours, and the attachments are slightly different, and there's more attachments. But obviously, pretty much the same thing. My honest opinion is I do not rate the hairdryer attachment that much. For me, it takes too much time, and there's not enough power. However, if I'm travelling and I want to travel light and I don't want to travel, like take an extra hairdryer or whatever, I will take it with me and I will use it. I will make do. And to be honest, if I'm travelling, I will only take my Dyson airwrap. If I've got the space, I will probably take a curling tong as well for a more long-lasting, defined kind of curl. If I want to travel light, I'll just take the Dyson and the attachments. Bad news. You can't use Dyson airwrap in a UK Dyson airwrap in America or Mexico. I found that one out the hard way because I'd only brought this with me, and I had to try and do my hair old school. Get the iron board out of the wardrobe and straighten it. No, I had to overnight curls, heatless curls, all that, and using the hairdryer and a brush to kind of smooth it out. I think it's because the wattage is different there, and even with an adapter, it still doesn't work. So I googled it and I was like, no, computer says no. Sometimes if my hair is still a little bit damp, I will use this attachment on it and smooth it out. It's very good for getting that blow dry look, these brushes, especially when it comes to my fringe. I always use this attachment on my fringe, like this. But then you use it to smooth out the hair like that. Do I rate the Dyson airwrap? Is it worth the money? If I'm being completely honest, don't know what I would do about it. Like I concur. I love this tool. I recommend this tool. I only will use mega heat on my hair once a week or twice a week. So this is brilliant for keeping the integrity of the hair because it's not super hot, it's not super damaging, and it means I can style it either with this like rounded brush for like the blow dry, for smoothing, and for just going through the ends when it's damp to smooth it out and to dry it out and to style my fringe. But also the curling attachments, I will use those like every day, day to day, to just smooth out the hair, top up my curls, just give it the wave that I like. If it's feeling a bit confused, I will use the Dyson airwrap every single day. And so for the use versus like the expense, I've had it years now, and I've used it pretty much every single day, other than when I was in America or Mexico, because I couldn't. But I even took it to the Himalayas with me. I was using it up the Himalayas, right? Just looking over at Mount Everest, Dyson airwrapping, right? Basic. Can you get any more basic than that? But do I rate the Dyson airwrap? Absolutely yes. And it is an integral part in my day-to-day hair routine. So that's that. But as it's hair washing day and I like to treat myself, I am going to be using today the GHD Curve, which is the GHD with a clamp. I'm going to be using my GHD Bodyguard Heat Protection Spray all over. Just a little bit safety. I'm just going to section it like this, and I'm going to curl the hair using my little technique that I feel like I have mastered, perhaps. So I like to grab the clamp with the shiny side facing and then curl it round like that at the top, to the top, right to the root, like this. Give it a few seconds and then pull it down and then bring it down to the bottom, like that. Bring it down. It's sort of like a curl and a twist. So it comes out like a twist like that. The magic happens when you brush it out. So anyway, tape-in extensions, right? So I decided to get tape-in extensions when I felt like my hair was looking a bit meh. It was looking a bit thin in places and it was looking a bit sad. And the last time that my hair went through a cycle like this, I got really self-conscious. I was really concerned of breakage, because it was breaking. That was back when I was blonde. And I got extensions. And I first of all had keratin extensions for about a year, and then I moved over to tapes. Now my hair isn't as bad as it was back then. I was pretty miserable, I'm not gonna lie. So I got keratin bonds. And I had keratin bonds, and during that time, my hair just grew back. It revived itself, and the reason being, I feel, is when you have extensions, you putting less heat on your actual hair, for obviously because the extension hair is taking the brunt of the heat, but also extension hair holds styles a lot better than natural, like your own hair. So therefore you don't have to style it every single day. Sometimes the curls will drop out over a few days, so you don't really have to keep applying heat to them. So it's sort of a win-win situation there. They were great. And then when my hair was growing back, I then moved over to tape-in extensions, which I currently have. So tape-in extension is a chunkier bit of hair, weft of hair, with a sticky bit on the top, and you have two bits of hair which sandwich your hair together and it's stuck down. What I like about tapes is they're a lot quicker to install, but also the hair is reusable, because what you do is they retape the hair because obviously your hair grows, so the tape-in extensions grow down like that, yeah? So what they do is they remove the tape that's at the top and they then just replace it with another bit. And if you look after it, if you look after your hair, the tape-ins enough, they can last for up to a year. And I always have reused the hair, my tape-in hair. The downside to tape-ins, they're a little bit more difficult to work with when it comes to styling, because the sections are a lot thicker than, let's say, bonds, because bonds are just tiny weeny little bits, tiny little thing. Because the sections are thicker, it's a lot difficult to style with like updos. So you have to be quite mindful of how you like to wear your hair day to day, how you go about getting them installed. So first time I got my tape-ins done recently, so this year, I just went full out, all over, loads of them, loads of length. I was like proper princess hair, and I went that long ago because I go to the gym a lot, I work out a lot, I like to tie my hair up. It was really difficult to do that, to tie my hair up. A, because it was really uncomfortable, B, because the weight of the extra hair was really pulling on my hair. Also, the placement of the tapes, through no fault of my stylist, was just not in a suitable place for having your hair up all the time. So I did get them trimmed a little bit midway through this like set, I suppose, which helped with the weight of the hair. But then when I got them refitted, so them removed, retaped, my hair re-dyed, and then reinstalled, we put in less hair back, we put less back in my hair, my head, so it looks more natural. But we also changed the position of them to be more suitable for tying them up. When you have bonded hair, when you have, you know, keratin bonds or micro bonds, because they are so small and singular, they kind of have more flexibility and movement, so you can tie them up. The thing is you just have to make sure that you've got enough of your own hair to cover up all the little bonds. Likewise with this, I have to make sure if I tie it up, if there's a weft there, got to make sure that my hair is covering it up if I don't want people to see it. A lot of the time, I don't give a shit, because I'm going to the gym, I'm going to my boot camp, no one there gives a shit, and I don't really care if they did anyway, because we're all mates. I feel a little bit sad because I do feel like my hair has been compromised at some point. I don't know when, I don't know what's happened, I don't know if my hair, I don't know if my hair has just gone, no. Oh no, I fucked that one. I don't know if my hair has just decided at some point, then it's just like, now I'm giving up. Because when I got this set taken out and reinstalled, and I was just left with my natural hair, I was like, oh my God, it looks so thin. And I know it's gonna look thin because I've had so much extra hair added into it, but I did a little comparison to my hair when I first went copper to now, and I was like, it looks so fucking different, you can really tell. I also have had layers cut in. This is, by the way, this isn't me talking to you, this is me trying to convince myself or try to talk my way through this, because I have been so paranoid about my hair falling out because it happened before. My poor stylist, Sophie, she has to listen to me going, ah, the whole time. Like, look at it, it's falling out. Look how short it looks, look how thin it looks. She's like, you really got a complex about this, haven't you? I went, yeah, sure. Your hair's fine, it's healthy, it's fine. Stop worrying about it. Oh, it doesn't look it. Look at what it looked like earlier this year. But yeah, I think in terms of affordability and like for me personally, I would choose tape-ins over bonds these days, just because of the you know, you can reuse them, the hair isn't just getting thrown away and wasted, and also you're not sat in a chair for like 9 hours getting it installed. And then I leave about 8 weeks between each appointment. When I get them refitted, I'll book a hair appointment again for 8 weeks time to have them taken out, retaped, my hair re-dyed, and then them reinstalled. And I'm in there for about 5 hours for that whole procedure, because it's, you know, the whole shebang. I've got a lot of hair, like I do have thick hair, like naturally thick hair. Even though I'm afraid of it all falling out, I do have naturally thick hair. But that was another reason of me getting tapes, is because I was like, I need to save my hair. That's the bottom section done. Right, now I'll go on to the top section. Right, I'm just gonna work through this top section and I'll show you the finished result, baby. I'm all curled. It's looking gravy. So, the big comb that I used earlier is back, making a comeback. And gotta be careful of the extensions. I'm just gonna comb it through, like so. And this is my favourite way of doing curls now. Just like them, that they look a little bit, like they're not perfect, like they're just a bit rough around the edges, you know? They're not super glam. I don't think they are anyway. This isn't my idea of glam. And fringe is looking cool. Peng makes me feel like I'm a cool person when I say peng. Down with the kids. So what I'm gonna do, I've got 2 options. Either, if I wanna go for more of a silky look, smooth look, I will use my Olaplex oil throughout the hair. If I want more of a messy look, I will go with the Bedroom Hair Flexible Texturizing Hairspray from Kevin Murphy. Now I think I'm gonna go down that route. God, it's running out. Here we are. And that, everyone, is my hair washing and hair styling routine. Bosh! done it. Hope that was interesting and insightful and useful. This hairstyle will probably last me, I'll probably get 2 days out of this. It won't be this curly tomorrow, but it'll be nice and wavy and it'll be smooth. And what I do to make sure that it doesn't go too crazy is at bedtime I wear a silk head bonnet, headscarf, cap, like this, bundle it all up and put it in, and that usually does the job for me. Or I tie it in a very loose low bun, twist it around itself, put it in a bun, it usually does the job. That is that. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall catch you all later. All the links for the products will be down in the description. Take care, love you, bye bye.